Although it pains me to do this, are you recording, Ben?
I
Okay.
am now,
Oh,
yes.
sounds good. I didn't want to start without you. Uh, although it pains me to do this, following an immediate underestimation of the religious zealotry and duplicity of a drow, and specifically a drow high priestess, which is not something most who do will even survive from. But you did survive, and it pains me greatly to say these words, but I need you to level up to level 7 as a result of
Oh
the
shit.
the battle where you defeated the Pudding King put you over that level. The ass whooping you received immediate post Pudding King was unrelated to this leveling up.
See, I don't know what y'all are talking about getting my ass whooped. I just dodged 2 crossbow bolts and then
All I
immediately
can
surrendered.
all I can think of is the Jar Jar Binks. Me give up.
Yep.
Me give up.
Oh, fuck me. That was the best thing ever. Okay, I just drag and drop Barbarian on it, eh? Let's see if this works.
Thanks.
Hey, fuck yeah. What is this? Feral.
Hey, Kosjurkis has 30 hit points now.
Did you just say 30?
I did say 30.
Getting up there, buddy. Getting up there.
Kosjurkis, are you okay?
He's very delicate. Please mind his bird-like bones.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, I only have 36 and I'm a monk, so, I mean, I'm not that much better.
I had 47. I think I have to load some books here.
We're very delicate.
Oh, it is loaded. Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, 7th level gives me Feral Instinct.
I mean, I finally have monk
Then-
evasion, so I'm at least a bit more less squishier than before, but still.
Every little bit helps, man. Every little bit.
Get a D12 at mine. That's interesting.
Also get stillness of mind, which is less useful, but still useful, somewhat.
Tony, is there a way to see what my health was before I leveled up? 'Cause I'm pretty sure I was at 82 before, and
You
it
had
still says
71
82.
before. The
Oh, is it
combat
the
tracker
red
still
number?
does roll hit points.
Oh, combat tracker. Okay, here we go. I do not have that open yet.
And then just updated to 82. But you used to have 71.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
We're gonna find all the feats.
You can go to library.
Yeah, yeah. You looking at the core rules? I can't. All that comes up is grappler for me.
I apologize. Go up to the top right, the cogwheel options.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sidebar.
Sidebar, sidebar, sidebar. Well, I got the options anyways. Yeah.
Turn feats on.
I'm looking.
The middle row, second from the top on the
Oh,
sidebar.
wait. No, it says my max HP is supposed to be like 45. Or 45 plus whatever my thing was.
Aha, aha.
I think that was something
Thank you.
that was afflicted on my character that never got fully removed.
Tony, I got bad news. I only have.
I have a 4th level spell slot. Cool.
Tasha's Hitter's Cauldron and Grappler.
It'll be all the feats you have for the books that are active. You'll have to activate the books.
Yeah,
Yeah, what are you doing?
I got no other books I can activate.
I can send you a website that you can use. If that's what you're looking
for. Like I can find feats, but so I guess I can just type them in. I guess, right?
That's one of the ways. Yes.
Have you tried looking down? Like at the end of your legs?
I haven't looked there yet. Oh
Gross.
my. Oh my, sir. This is not a time for humor.
That absolutely is a time for humor. I don't know what you're talking about.
So if you're curious about your hit points, let's take Indomitable Spirit for an example. You are a level 7 monk. You
Yeah.
can pull up your character sheet, and the formula is fairly simple. Let's see, it'll be 5 times for a monk, 5 times level. So 35 plus your con mod times 7. Your con mod's 2, so plus 14. So if you got 35 plus 14, you should be with a max hit points, assuming you don't have toughness or anything else. I'm sorry, it'll be 5. Actually, that's actually a little bit low because the first level's maxed. I'm at the. So if you have your 5 plus 6 plus the 8 for maxed is 38 plus that 14, your hit points should be 52.
Yeah, that's what I calculated out. So I'm like, why is my max show above as 36? So it's
It was
weird.
very likely one of those situations where you took temporary hit point damage and you made a note and forgot to adjust it back.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll fix that then.
Dronga, since I am already sitting here, let's make sure yours are correct. Is there any? I believe there's a dwarven something or another that gives you more hit points.
Yeah,
It
I'm
might
sitting at 82 right now, so I mean, I gotta assume it's right. I just couldn't
see.
remember what it was beforehand
7 times
because I
6
didn't
is
see it change.
42 plus 12 plus 14. And then let's see about this handy dandy dwarf. Unless you rolled for your hit points. If you rolled for your hit points, I can't do any
No, I don't
mathematics there.
think so. I think I did it all on here.
No, I just let the system do it for me, and it's,
Yeah.
from what I understand, every time you do the system, it takes the average for you.
It does 7 plus. So for Dronga, for example, she gets 7 plus 2 for her con mod every level, which will give her a total of, for 6 levels, 54, plus the 12 plus 2 for level 1. And then she has a number of other racial things and things of that nature that I would need to dig into her character sheet about to figure out exactly why or what her hit point total is. But if she's happy, then I won't dive through her character sheet and mess with it.
Yeah. How the fuck am I not finding Duergar in here? Dwarf? Oh, I see. Dumb. It's under dwarf, but you have to click on it, and then it's got like the subclass under dwarf. Just kidding.
I figured it out.
I got it.
All right. Does anybody require any assistance with leveling up to level 7?
Nope, I think I'm okay.
Anybody think of any cool feats that that'll give me a +1 dex and other good stuff? Not sharpshooter. Thought about it, but I need +1 dex.
+1 dex.
Let your party members give suggestions there.
If you want to be super annoying, you could take the Piercer from Tasha's.
Yeah.
Lets you reroll 1 die from piercing weapons attack damage and also critical hits, roll an additional damage die.
Whoa.
And +1 strength or dex, your choice.
Does sound pretty dope.
There's
would that count though for my psychic dagger?
It has to deal piercing damage.
Technically, my dagger's psychic.
Then no.
Good idea. That could find.
You go athlete, but you already don't have extra climbing movement, so that's kind of dumb for you.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Lightly armored.
Or lightly armored, yeah.
You gain proficiency with light armor.
Which you probably already have.
Yeah. What
there
else?
You go, like weapon master.
That's it. That's all it gives you.
Oh, thanks.
Go weapon master. You get proficiency with 4 or more weapons.
4 weapons.
That's pretty much it. And a
That's all.
+1 to strength or dex. Yeah, that's literally all it does. There's a gunner one from Tasha's, but that's if we have firearms.
Not yet, anyways.
You could do. Never mind. No, that's literally it. That's everything. Or you could do moderately armored. You get proficiency with medium armor and shields.
Tempting, but no. No.
I'd
You
say
know-
for you, either piercer or slasher, probably.
If that's
Yeah,
what you're specifically looking for.
but I don't do those damages. That's the one trick.
That's fair.
Good ideas though, but I think I might just take the ability score increase then. You could take it.
You can also postpone it.
No. This is my first ability score increase at level 7, so
Right.
you take what you can get, when you're playing the multi-class life.
Life you live, for good and for bad.
Yeah. So when I raise my con modifier, what does that do?
For every one it goes up, you gain the number of hit points equal to your level.
Yeah, it applies retroactively.
Correct.
Does it really?
Correct.
So if I just
Yes.
click on con and change that, it'll.
Yeah, I don't know if it will automatically. We will find out. But I don't believe it will. I believe hit points only calculate at the time the level is dropped. But if you go up one con modifier and you're level 7, you gain 7 hit points.
Interesting. That would probably be what happens right now then. Okay, and then how do I increase my ability modifiers? Again, haven't done this in a while.
You can put your mouse over con. I believe you hold left control and roll your mouse wheel up, or left click and retype the new number.
Aha, I did it.
And then manually adjust your hit points.
Okay. So +7 would bring me to 54. Ooh. What did Spirit take? Did Spirit take another sweet feat?
These are the questions that keep everyone up at night. What did Spirit do?
How are you getting the fucking feet?
Let's say I took mobile. I mean, I originally took Sentinel, but I replaced it with mobile.
Yeah.
So, I thought I get my ASI and feats on level 8, which won't be for the next level. So, I don't know if I'm gonna be taking another feat next level. If I do, I don't know what that's gonna be. I might just take the +2 to Dex.
Makes sense. I wasn't sure if you were like tripling down,
I get advantage on initiative rolls now.
Barbarians, man. They do it all.
I mean, I'd take the +2 to strength, but I mean, Dex would probably serve me better in the long run.
Makes sense.
I'd have the unenviable task of choosing 2 new wizard spells.
Good luck.
Wait, do you have level 4 spells now though?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh baby.
Oh damn.
I did play with the idea of going with the magic initiative feat though, because that'd be fun.
How many spells
Get a few spells, eh?
can I prepare now?
Probably just one more.
Yeah. I just can't remember the total. I just gotta make sure I remember the total.
It would be your casting modifier plus your level.
Yeah, so 11, I think. Yep.
The only real problem is that the idea that I would have wanted to take magic initiative for wouldn't have worked with the plan that I have, because one of the spells that I wanted to learn is a 2nd level spell and it doesn't work.
Yep.
Just spec into Warlock.
Always a fun choice, but problem with Monk is that Monk does not really play well with multi-classing.
Monk lock.
I was gonna say monk lock, right? Yeah. Or war monk.
That's just a regular monk.
Right.
They're all ready for war.
Hey, Tony.
Uh-huh.
With feral instinct, that means that like even if I don't know, say say the drow got the drop on us and they had a surprise round, and you know how normally during a surprise round they would skip over our rounds and then go back to the top of the round?
Right.
With feral instinct, does that mean that I still get to go during their surprise round? Because it says here, it says, additionally, if you are surprised at the beginning of combat and aren't incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter your rage before doing anything else on that turn.
That is a correct interpretation.
Perfect. Good to know.
Indeed.
So, guys, I could have saved us all from getting caught had we leveled up right before they took us. Super unfortunate. I think Tony planned this.
I mean, I don't know.
Only
If
a
you guys
little.
I'm not sure what you guys are complaining about. Like, I'm chill.
Oh, he's the only one who got the way.
The only one? Question mark?
We'll cover that
Pardon me?
momentarily. Once everybody is finished leveling up and with addressing questions, things of that nature.
I'm pretty much good to go.
I'll just be I'm good to go. I just will be deciding on spells in the background.
I'm good.
Okay, so moving on to the second part of the game. What we are going to be doing is the second half of Out of the Abyss requires a little monologue from the DM. And that being me, I will be monologuing now. A couple things need to be brought into perspective. Number one is that you are no longer level 2 characters charging through the Underdark, starving to death, trying to flee, and every single creature that stumbles across your path. So the reason why this matters is that you are going to be much more on the side of the powerful creature in the region, or at least on par with the powerful creatures in the region. And that is going to change the dynamic of the campaign from the second half of the campaign, from being the hunted to often being the hunter. That is a mental adjustment you are going to need to make along this path. So that's just a general statement. We're going to start coming into spells in the next couple levels, teleportation circle, things of that nature that will have you able to travel more freely. Dimension Door is more of a get out of jail free card when you're getting your butt kicked. Teleportation circle is going to be allow you to teleport from wherever you are with the drawing of a circle, obviously, and some companions to a location you know previously. Now, that isn't a spell he has at the moment, but it is a spell he may soon gain access to. So that is something to be aware of. The dynamic is going to play. How many of you have played in a campaign post level 6?
Aye.
I think we did, yeah.
Yep.
Say, yeah, Princes of the Apocalypse come to mind, but, you know.
Yes.
I was...
This is a little less linear than that, but so you're going to have a little more freedom, but not as much freedom as some of the others, such as Ghost of Saltmarsh. So it'll be a little bit different for some of you. The next thing I want to mention is that you no longer have Queen Ophelia in the party. As I mentioned in our group party chat, she was not necessarily the primary healer, but I would say she was the most frequent healer. So you may need to adjust your dynamic accordingly.
I think it's a little late to go and change from Way of Shadow to Way of Mercy, so yeah.
If anybody wants to do a complete character rework, as a general rule of thumb, I will offer one per campaign, and it is typically at an intermission time. Since this game is going to be primarily focused on role playing and catching up on information, it may be a little bit shorter of a game. But before the next game, which will be 2 weeks from tonight, if so you are so inclined and you wish to do a complete character rework, I do allow it. I allow it in all of my campaigns typically once. And that's anything can be changed. If you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't taken that feat, or I want to go from a Goliath barbarian to a halfling rogue. I don't care what you do.
Okay.
So that's a statement there. Now, if you have any questions about the specifics on that, you can reach back out to me between games and we can go from there. As for this campaign, what happened between last game and this game? Well, what has happened has been 3 months have passed between the end of the last game when you either were defeated, fled, or surrendered, depending on your preference, to the Drow after a very short lived victory celebration over the Pudding King. The following happened. From the general party's perspective, Agile Smoke fled the scene using his adept skills in the Underdark and the Tabaxi skill with speed. He was able to get out of danger, out of combat, and out of the area. At least as far as you guys are aware, he was able to escape. You were all captured by the Drow, and with the full force of the Drow made evident once you were captured by Mistress Ilvara and her actual guards and transported quickly out of Blingdenstone. You were essentially met up with the actual full force, not just the strike team who captured you, the full force of House Myzzrim, which is Ilvara's house, that she led out, numbered upwards of 50 to 75 Drow, Quaggoth, and assorted retainers of riding lizards and supplies. You were the focus of a quite large expedition. And it also came along with the understanding that you are not in a capable situation, even if you were left armed, which you were not, that you could not get free. You were guarded round the clock. You were stripped of your weapons and gear, bound, gagged, kept under silence. There were many steps taken, especially given how difficult you were and to capture. That being said, about as you begun your trek somewhere, about a week to 2 weeks into your journey, Kosjurkis vanished in the middle of the night. You guys went to bed,
What the fuck?
and you woke up, and there was sans Kosjurkis. He was gone. There was no explanation from the guards. They were very panicked. There was a great deal of searching in the area, some anger. Some male guards had a very rough day. The ones who were on duty probably wished they were in your cases and they weren't seen by you again. From that point on, your guard was doubled, and you were escorted the remainder of the way to Menzobarrezan, the city of spiders, without losing track of another companion. Menzobarrezan being the capital of the Loth worshipping Drow, you were transported to House Myzzrim. House Myzzrim is a major slave trading house. You were paraded through the city in celebrations, and Mistress Ilvara, who was essentially given a sacred mission from Loth to recapture you, having recaptured you for the most part, was given to and found herself in the favor of Loth, both in terms of magic and politics in the city. So after a few weeks of being subjected to inhumane treatment and paraded around, and things were starting to reshift focus as the favor of Loth was put into practice, you began to be treated as standard slaves instead of prized trophies. Menzobarrezan typically isn't a place where slaves are treated the way they were in Velkenvelv, the way you were essentially tortured and mutilated in many cases. This is a place where slaves are considered property. The majority of the population is slaves, are slaves, I suppose, grammatically. And the destruction of valuable property is not something that's often done without just cause. The possibility of escape is nil. And after a few weeks, the slave masters making some use of you in House Myzzrim, the party was split up and sold here, sold there over the course of weeks. You were split up and you essentially found yourselves resigned to what most creatures who find themselves enslaved inside of the city of the Drow find themselves to, which is resigned to live out the remainder of your days in the fairy fire glow of the houses and the glow of Narbondel, that glowing column of stone there, which marks the day and night of Menzobarrezan. After 3 months since your capture, approximately, as the days began to meld together, some of you having been transitioned to different owners numerous times, you found yourselves transitioned again, having been sold to another drow, and with no warning, as your comfort is irrelevant, as what the drow call ibith, or filth, as they refer to all non-drow. And you find yourselves essentially sold and taken, and one master being the same as any other. You are taken to, all of you, a destroyed house on the outskirts of the city. The outskirts of the city where they find the houses, typically where houses have been destroyed, where houses have been fallen out of favor, or if they've moved up in the areas where they're just not used anymore, is where you find yourself. The Drow house stands alone and forlorn, with its back against the western wall of the massive vault of Menzobarrezan. It has towers that are now dark. The walls are crumbling and in desperate need of repair. The old fortress has a countenance of a haunted ruin, but you do catch here and there glimpses of signs of life. Even though there's none of the fairy fire and magical highlighting, you do see the occasional drow in black leather armor standing guard in the shadows. There are, at the entrance though, magical flames dancing in some stone braziers, and as you are led inside, there's a pillared hall strewn with statues that have been broken. Uh, they are still looming high, and at inside of the hall, you do not necessarily see too many guards, but you after having spent nearly 3 months in captivity under the drow, you find yourself able to, at least based off of your knowledge, know that there are probably guards around, or you can feel them. Either it's paranoia or a sixth sense you've developed. You are not sure which. That having been said, in this hall, the people you can see are 2 guards, one in robes, one in armor, standing around a drow who is wearing a eye patch, a wide-brimmed hat that is very colorful, a saber hanging from his hip, and beside him are 2 figures. The figure of Agile Smoke and Kosjurkis, Agile Smoke being armed and armored the same way you remember him before this horrific memory of a captivity started, and Kosjurkis being completely devoid of any armor. They do not look as disheveled as you do. They do not look as, I wouldn't say poorly treated, but oddly don't appear to be enslaved.
What the
And
heck?
the drow nor the guards make any motion or disrupt any conversation. The drow in the wide-brimmed hat gives a single wave of a finger, making a motion. Should you choose to refamiliarize yourselves with each other, he waits and allows you guys to do so.
Yeah, so
And
Smoke will just walk over and give you each of them a hug.
I was about to say, yeah, Spirit would probably just stand shocked for like a second, and then just like immediately just run over and just throw her arms around Smoke, and just embrace him.
Where did you go? Where have you been?
Yeah.
We've been working for the drow.
Is correct. Mostly.
Praise Lord.
Well, not that far, I don't think. But it's nice of you to say. Yes, I tried to save you all. I did. I got the Kosjurkis easily.
I fit in a bag.
He does. It's weirdly easy. But when I tried to return, they had quadrupled the guard, more magic. It was too much. I could not get you. I had a plan. It involved Kosjurkis turning into dragon and attacking them, but we could not enact it until you guys got through the city, and at that point it seemed impossible. And then we met our
patron.
Yes, that's a good word. Yes, patron is. But quickly, Spirit, did you find your family?
That's the question. I would assume no.
The answer is no. You've
Yeah,
not
no.
seen them as of yet.
No, been 3 months and she hasn't found her husband or son. Neither hide nor hair nor word of anything of that. And
Correct.
believe me, she's kept eye and ear open the entire 3 months.
Is Ophelia there with him now or no?
Ophelia is there.
Okay.
She was also freed, kind of.
You all are well though. I see you have the limbs and.
We're all in one piece, if nothing else.
I've definitely had better days.
Yes.
We all have had better days.
May I introduce Jarlaxle Baenri?
After you guys have had your reuniting moments, he gives an elaborate bow. You can see the picture there. It's not necessarily very flamboyant for a circus, but for a drow, it is extremely flamboyant.
Spirit gives a modest bow in return.
He tells you that from this moment, you are all considered hereby free and no longer slaves of any drow, including himself. He has used his resources to purchase your freedom. 1 second, let me answer this.
Sorry, y'all. By the
Nope,
way.
you're good. You're good. So, and he informs you that you are no longer slaves, per se.
And why would you do that for us?
Because
Yeah, what's the catch here?
favors and debt is more valuable than money to one who does not have the loyalty or protection of a house, as many of the drow here do. Your companions I found lurking on the outskirts of Menzobarrezan, attempting, whether they knew it or not, to be captured by a patrol, which assuredly would have quickly occurred. I decided that a Tabaxi, who seemed to be very skilled at hiding, and a nearly naked kobold with some skill in magic warranted a closer investigation, and presuming it may be somewhat related to Mistress Ilvara and her triumphant return with captured slaves, I made an offer that I would use my resources to free you after Mistress Ilvara lost her fascination with her new acquisitions, and as the slave trading house often does, trades their slaves, and they lose interest with their owners. In exchange for this, you were committed by your companions to for you and your allies to repay this debt through a series of what I like to call mutually beneficial endeavors. I have no desire to corrupt your morals or disrupt any lives you live. I only ask that you, in good faith, honor the agreement your companions made to work together to repay this debt.
So let me get this straight. You're offering us our freedom, but in response, we have to do something for you.
Some things.
Some things.
It's refuse.
My only question is if I were to ask you, if you were to find my spouse and child, would that be an acceptable addition to this agreement?
I will consider it a addendum that may require extra payment, but it is something I would be willing to consider with information provided from you.
I will provide you as much information as you request. I will offer you any services I may provide. The only condition I have is to please find my family and deliver them to me. That is my only request.
I can consider this request uh, at the moment and say that it is a request I am willing to accept. But to be clear, it is your agreement to fulfill the debt of your freedom is unrelated to this addendum.
Well, let me be let me offer clarification. Any further requests you have in addition to whatever you already have on the table, I will be willing to consider in return for my family.
A fair situation. If and when I find your family, we can discuss payment before that information were to be handed over.
But certainly, it would be paid for by one of us.
I don't often have need of monetary exchanges, but deeds and favors are something of great value to me.
Or
So
even continued servitude, perhaps?
I wouldn't say servitude.
Let me put
When
it
you-
this way:
when-
if there's someone you need killed, just tell me who and point me in the right direction.
Oh, well, I don't know if we want to go that far, Spirit.
Kill it for you for free.
Yeah.
Hey, 3 months under the drow will change a woman. Not necessarily for the better.
We can
He says-
discuss. We can discuss, especially based on your needs, Jalaxel.
He says, why don't we do this? Why don't you take rooms here in House Duergar, the formerly location of House Duergar, and we can go from there and allow you to rest, recuperate from the kind and generous hospitality of my people, I should say. And after a few days of recuperation, as you feel the need, we can go and take a look at what it is we can begin to do to work towards these mutually beneficial goals I have mentioned. Mutually beneficial being the important aspect. Does that seem agreeable?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't
makes
have
a
much other
motion.
choice, so I'll go with it.
He makes a motion towards one of his guards, his lieutenants, who begins showing you deeper into the area, deeper into the house, and as they show you deeper in, you find some rooms for you to. They are nicely made up for a completely collapsed and destroyed house. Beds and things of that nature, as well as, standard hygiene, washing, things of that nature for you to use.
Hey,
So
did any of you recognize the name of this abode? Huh? Huh?
No.
No.
Right. Well, you.
The
Maybe
Doe
not.
Erden name
Would I have
does.
known?
Drizzt Doerden? Huh? Is that maybe,
Oh, Trist. That does sound familiar.
No.
I was about to say, yeah, Doe Erden sounded like. I think I've heard that name before.
Tabaxi, God's name, I do not remember right now. Yes, Drizzt, the legendary Drizzt Doerden. This was his
Okay, no, I was thinking
childhood
of somebody
home.
else.
No. What you're talking about?
Okay,
I was definitely thinking of somebody else.
I'll just keep fanboying by myself.
You know how
over
some
here,
people say, "Did you live under a rock?"
By the way,
That's
You're-
what they're
Agile.
talking about me.
Yeah, your answer is yes. Yeah.
Did they even? Oh, yeah, okay. Spirit,
Okay.
yes. Spirit, change of topic, yes.
Yeah, I appreciate the lengths that you went for us to, free us from the drow. You didn't happen to grab any of our gear, did you?
speaking of which, once you reach your rooms, each of you has a small chest, and inside of that small chest is the gear that was either purchased back or stolen back from the drow who captured you.
Bitchin'.
Each of your pieces of equipment, magical and otherwise, are all included in there.
Hell to the
So-
fuck yeah.
Long story short, yes, we got it back.
Not me. I didn't
Sweet.
help.
Very nice. It's been very hard to see this entire time.
Oh, I suppose it would have been. Oh my gosh, have you been blind for 3 months? Well,
Uh,
minus the fairy fires and whatnot, but
Yes, yeah, pretty
There's
much.
actually
Yeah.
quite a few slaves that cannot see in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not
Okay.
uncommon for this area to be well lit.
Okay
Well,
then. Good.
res- night fairy fire. It's not extremely well lit, but well lit enough.
Oh, I thought
Mhm.
you were just gonna finish off. Just yeah, there's other slaves that also can't see, so you have solidarity.
Spirit just clutches Dawnbringer, having heard Dawnbringer's voice in her head for like the past 3 months. Just looks over at Agile with, thankful eyes, gives him a kiss on the cheek. Thank you so much.
And I was saying to Tabaxi, it's good to have you back, my friend.
And I replied back in the same language. You have no idea how bad. You have no idea how bad I've missed everyone. It's good to have you back as well.
And I must say too, it is really good to know that Dawnbringer did not get lost again. It's
Well, it did for a time.
well, theoretically, I always knew where it was.
Oh,
Theoretically, which is part of the problem, because what you know and what you can prove is two other things. But
True.
it's very true.
So that moment there, having some time to have discussions and things of that nature, you all are able to take a few days rest, long or short or both as you see fit. You are not asked to do anything, provide any service, conduct any activities that would seemingly suggest that you are slaves. You're not bothered, but it is also a situation that you are aware that at nearly all times outside of your rooms and people who come to check to see if you need anything, there are guards. They are aware of your presence. So you are monitored, if not enslaved.
Was there any rooms that were restricted from, like we're not allowed access to, or?
There are not.
Yeah.
It,
So during
there's. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
There are rooms that are doors are locked, but and when you try to go, if you make a motion in there, the guards tell you there's a meeting in place or something along those lines. But
Okay.
they don't kick you away from it, if that makes sense.
During the downtime here, Dronga will kind of like walk around, keep an eye out, notice like the changing guard shifts, notice like who's where, notice like any openings, because she was a soldier before, so she'd have the mentality of like knowing how that kind of operates and how to see the holes in the shield, if it were.
You do
that way,
notice.
so she can kind of like okay, yeah.
You do notice almost all the guards are male. One of the things you guys noticed in your time here is that drow, these drow specifically, have a very matriarchal society. These guards and are all the people in most positions of authority, and almost all of them here in this organization are male, which is extremely atypical in Menzobarrezan. is one thing you do notice. The guard rotations are fairly mundane, but you do take note of them.
Okay.
So I will let you guys take a look at your spells, your character sheets, and any questions, comments, concerns you have about this situation. Let me know. When you are prepared and ready to go meet with Jarlaxle for further discussion on the situation, let me know.
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready. Spirit would have just taken the few days to just get back to meditations and then whatever training that she would have otherwise have been doing. Katas, whatever.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to do, say, look at beforehand?
I'm okay. I don't think I need anything.
I'm all good.
Take the. Anyone else? I don't want to cut anybody off.
There weren't any Darrow slaves that I came across during the whole trading process or anything, were there?
There's actually quite a few Darrow and Duergar in the city. Some are slaves. There are even some that are not slaves, they are traders. It is extremely common for Menzobarrezan to trade with Gracklestug. So it's not something even unusual that you would. So you would encounter them quite frequently, actually. Most of them were merchants, but some are slaves.
Did I see any hints that my friend was there?
There, you did not see any.
No. Okay.
So when you guys report to your meeting with Jarlaxle, he is inside of one of the nicer rooms of the fallen house, and he greets you as equals, welcomes you, provides refreshments, food, sustenance, things of that nature, and asks for you guys to tell your full story, start to finish, to him, with specific focus on any interactions you have had with the demon lords.
So
Rolen will take. Sorry,
okay,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say no. Go for it.
I was gonna say, Rolen will start from the very beginning, like starting after his birth, and then go through his whole, or
Oh
start to go
my
through
God,
his
yes.
whole entire 250-year life that led him to this moment.
Jesus, he's that old? I didn't. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, Roland's old. Well, he's about halfway through his lifespan.
Spirit just leans back and just listens with great interest because she had no idea at this point.
Kosjurkis' eyes glaze over immediately.
So
Wow.
he listens to your entire life story without complaint, without any statement to not wanting to hear it, about skipping forward. He lets you go from start to finish, and assuming no one else has any comments or objections, he lets you go through the full affair. And what he wants, obviously, focus, presuming you, when you do get to the parts about the demon lords, he does have questions. He's specifically curious about size, scope, but a lot of his questions are environmental. What was the quality, solidity of the ground and walls in the area where you saw the Lady of Decay, Zuktmoy, when you saw Demogorgon was the water acrid, was the water still of the same liquid state you would expect water to be of. These are the general questions that he has. But for the most part, he lets you speak uninterrupted.
Yeah, Roland will answer any questions that he has, not deterred by them, to the best of his knowledge.
Spirit
tells
does.
you.
Yeah, Spirit does the same. She openly admits that she wasn't really paying so much attention to the environment as she was just focusing on getting the hell out of Dodge.
Fair enough. So he tells you that he is attempting to gather a full understanding of the situation and what is going on. But he lets you know that if you are not aware, demon lords reshape reality in and around themselves. By that, the ground, the air, a great deal of things around them will change. As the reality around them begins to change, the reality itself will begin to unmake itself. There's a reason why most of the time each layer of the abyss has one demon lord on it. If you have Demogorgon and in a specific area such as the Dark Lake and the water becomes acrid and the air above it becomes tainted with chaos and the essence and metallic taste of blood, and you have another demon lord, Zuktmoy, nearby, and fungus is growing and the air is becoming full of mycelium and mycelial spores. The remaking of reality between these two demon lords will form a boundary where the two powers are conflicting, and it will unmake reality. It will destroy the entirety of the plane of existence upon which we live, upon which we exist, where he makes a motion towards Spirit, where your husband and child live, where your families live, where your forests grow, where your caves are, where your dragons are. He asks if you guys know the story of how Knowles came to be.
No.
I've heard some tales, yes.
He tells you that the Knoll demon lord, Yinagu, once walked to the prime material plane many thousands of years ago. And when he was struck at where his blood struck the prime material plane, and hyenas feasted upon that blood, they were transformed into sentient gnolls. Their species still plagues the surface, if I do recall. This is the lasting impact of a single demon lord walking in the prime material plane.
Weird.
Smart.
He has need of 3 objects to be recovered. They are hidden in a creation of a wizard, and he would like you to recover them. He said, before I am willing to entrust missions of greater import, I would like to test your skills. But I also believe this is going to be a useful, these items will be useful in the future. I request that you travel via magical means to this location, acquire each of these 3 missing items from whatever puzzle or trap or guardian that this wizard has entrusted them to, and return them to me.
Who's the wizard?
He kind of waves his hand. He says, some robed malfeasance or another.
What if he doesn't want to give them to us?
Then we kill him,
That
we
is
take it
why-
by force.
That is why I gave you your missing
Oh.
equipment. I can assure you it is very
what is,
unlikely that this wizard is here. He uses it as a storage vault. You will very likely only encounter those he has put here for the purposes of guarding.
vault?
Excuse me.
Dronga.
Second,
Where is the vault exactly?
he says, as I understand it, my spies have located the vault somewhere on the surface, almost. Still underground, but near enough to the surface to give you a breath of fresh air that you probably have been missing for quite some time.
Yes, indeed. Has been a while since I've seen a regular tree. Not that I don't enjoy these mushroom trees you have down here.
The wizard believes that his kind will not flee to the surface or approach the surface, and so he believed it to be the perfect hiding place for this vault. I have located it, and I need you to recover it.
We are in.
I say, yeah, consider it done.
I'll go where they go.
If there is
Yeah,
any
all right.
food or anything that you need before making this journey, besides the equipment I have recovered for you, let my lieutenants know, and we will ensure you have it. You depart tomorrow evening by surface standards, which surprisingly still match that of Narbondel.
How do we communicate with you? Say when we possess the items and wish to return.
I will be sending a representative who will kindly wait at the teleport location, and when you return, he will initiate a communique as necessary once he verifies you have all necessary equipment.
Excellent.
I don't suppose we can rely on you to send backup in case things go south, so I guess we're going to be on our own for this.
An important asset to any operative is the ability to function on their own.
Understandable. And I suppose that if something goes south and we all get wiped, you'll disavow any knowledge of us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He doesn't acknowledge or not acknowledge that statement.
Fair enough.
So I will leave it this up to you guys. He's going to give you a day to rest, recuperate, let him know if there's anything you need from the city. and then you get to go on an adventure.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
So I didn't want to require you guys to start this necessary aspect, but if you want to go ahead and start tonight, we can go ahead and start. Or we can wait. It's up to you. What's your preference?
I'm good either way.
I'm good with starting.
Yeah, if you guys want to start, I'm gonna bop
We've all-
off in like 20 minutes. But
You're gonna what?
if you guys
You're
want
gonna
to
what?
keep playing,
She's gonna
I'm
skip.
gonna jump
Oh.
off. Yeah,
Well,
I gotta be up at 4:30.
no biggie. The server just crashed, unfortunately.
Oh.
Oh no.
Brilliant.
Well, I don't know. I clicked on a YouTube tab on my computer and it flashed my whole screen black, and now Fantasy Grounds closed. YouTube stayed open though,
Uh-oh.
so point for resilience. So
Huzzah!
with her going, I'm okay keeping going forward. Someone can play her character, or we can postpone and play and start this next time. It's totally up to you guys. I am fine with it. My intention was to give you the choice.
I'm okay with going, but yeah. Continuing.
Hmm.
I mean,
Put
we've
my
only,
quarters in the continue button.
I say we've only been going for a little over an hour, so I mean, I'm cool with that. With keeping on.
Yep.
Does it seem like there's a natural like good stopping point in like an hour and a half or so, Tony?
There's no way I can answer that.
Hmm.
There's too many variables. There are potential stopping points in an hour and a half, depending on which direction you choose.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm good to go. I'm good to keep going then, but
So let's take a 5-minute break while the server comes back up, and we'll go ahead and get started, and we'll go from there.
all right.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
See you guys in a few.
See you in a few.
Bye now.
For the moment, I don't see any massive reason to go on with the give anybody control of Dronga. So I think I'll just go ahead and run her character on the campaign or on the map and let you guys move her. And if and when we have a reason, I will let someone take control of her. Pulling up a map now, letting someone isn't logged in. I don't see who it is yet.
So question.
It was me.
So if Ophelia is technically free, is she traveling with us as just an NPC, or is she
She is
just
not.
hanging?
So,
Okay.
So what Queen Ophelia is doing is she is also under the same situation you were under. She is in debt to Jarlaxle and Bragan Dierth. As a divine soul sorcerer, she is being given other duties and repayments specifically related to addressing concerns with the dominant religion in the city. So she's doing operations with Bragan Dierth. She's working with Bragan Dierth. That's what she's doing.
All right, that's fair enough. So she's basically staying behind at the with them. All right, fair enough.
They got her working, just not on the same stuff you are. To Tasha's great chagrin, she threw a little tantrum. Told her I was going to be putting her character in a couple different places and having her do some things on the side. And she asked if she could marry Jarlaxle, and I told her no.
I mean, hey, I'd be all for it. I'd officiate the wedding. On the condition that we start a barb roll afterwards.
I will allow you guys to work on that condition on your own. So you guys report to the room, and Jarlaxle is not there. He apparently isn't in the business of overseeing everything, just some things. Once you guys have found yourselves having agreed to it, you are left in the care of his lieutenant, whose name is Nyloth. Let's see, where is this button? There we go. And as such, he gives you the information that you are going to be sent to the surface, near the surface, inside a volcano where the Drow wizard has constructed a base, and there are 3 items that he needs recovered. You will not be granted transportation back to Menzobarrezan without these 3 items. He asks if there is anything you need, or if you have any questions, concerns, or complaints that you would like to register before you move along your way. Complaint, he said with a smirk, implying he doesn't actually care.
You wouldn't happen to have any magical items that would aid us in our endeavor, could you?
He says Bragan Dierth has provided you the magical items that you lost. That should be sufficient.
Yeah, I thought so. You offered, you know. Yeah.
Do you have food? I know I can make food, but still.
He says you will find an ample supply of food inside of your bags in order for you to conduct the mission.
Excellent. Kosjurkis, need more books?
No.
Okay. I'm good.
I can't read.
You can read your own writing.
Yes.
Need more books to take notes in.
No.
Okay. Just clarifying.
Well, no, I have more question. What languages can you not read?
All of them.
Oh,
Let me guys see your book.
Yeah, he shows you a spell book. It's mostly just pictures.
Yeah, I can read that. That's
what is it?
pictography.
Yes. What is it?
What? It's pictography. It's a picture of words. It's fine.
So long as he can understand it.
Exactly.
All right. He makes a motion towards a wall that fades, the illusory wall fading along upon his command. And he makes a motion towards you to move into this room. It has lots of spider motifs carved into the wall. There are atmospheric things that suggest this was at one time the property of the Loth worshipping house that owned and was based here. And inside is a permanent teleportation circle. There is also a robed man who is standing by, and he makes a motion for you to move into the teleportation circle.
Spirit.
I've never seen one of those before.
Spirit doesn't even say anything. She just walks into the circle without any further prompting.
Yep. Right there with her.
Who jumps in?
Wonder if they're all dead now. Oh well. Wait, Rolen
We're
goes
still right here.
You just went through the circle.
Oh, the teleportation circle is actually a channeling instrument.
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah,
haven't
see, I don't
left
know
yet.
anything.
He just says they must all be dead. Sometimes I can still hear their voices on the wind.
I just took my goggles off. I can't see them anymore.
I can still hear their voices. Rolen, we're still here, you dingus.
Oh.
Spirit's hand just reaches right through the portal, slaps him across the back of the head. Seizes him by the shoulder, drags him in.
The robed drow begins casting his spell, and a series of flickers start in and around the permanent teleportation circle made with clearly valuable dust. It's 10-foot diameter circle, and after he finishes the casting time, approximately 1 minute, you feel a yank behind your stomach as like you are being pulled inside out, but everything around you fades before you reacclimate yourselves and find yourselves here standing with Nyloth. Nyloth, what's that?
That was just unsettling.
Dead at all. Can we go a
Nyloth
long way back?
moves to the side there, and after doing so, he makes a motion down the hallway and says, "You should go be about your business."
It's been a while, so let me. I will scout and return shortly. Yes.
Sure.
I just need to remember how to stealth. Like this, maybe.
Like mechanically? You figured it out.
Those rolls weren't great though. Shit. I'll take him though.
+10.
I was about to say, I mean, yeah, still not a great roll, and yet you still got like a 15 on that. Yeesh.
Hold on right there. I might find myself some nicer maps, but this is the map I'm choosing to use for now because it's the one that is provided. So in your stealthiness, you come around the corner, you see a creature that I'm going to share a picture of right here, sitting in the middle of this entryway.
Oh, I do
And
not get
as
that
you
close then. Hold on.
wait, and as you come around the corner, the lion-looking creature locks eyes directly on you.
Right.
And
And I fade back. Do I fade back?
yes, I mean, it doesn't attack or make any aggressive moves. It just lets you do whatever it is you're doing. It
So
seems unconcerned.
I'll telepathically pass on that information to the group. And I'm gonna go back and kind of just like I'm standing here so I can see, but I'm really like around the corner, like head peeking, right?
hmm
And I can see that there's an intersection there that it's blocking, right?
hmm
Okay. Telepathically, I'll reach back to the group. Okay, so this lion creature is in the way. I'm not sure what to do. It is entirely a block away.
You want me to talk to it?
We could just talk to it. Yes. It's I think violence is maybe not a good first choice. It looks majestic, actually.
But it's seen you already, right?
I'm gonna poke my head out again. Like, is it looking at me when I poke my head out?
Yeah, and as soon as you poke your head around, it looks directly at you.
I'll poke my head back, get back into cover. It's unclear. But probably yes.
Would it help if I turned you into a lion?
I could turn myself into a lion.
I'm gonna look back around the corner. Is the creature male or female?
The creature is female.
And then I'll look back.
It has a humanoid female-looking head.
Oh.
And
It's a female, so I have no idea. I have no idea how the female lion reacts to other lion.
I'm not very good at flirting, anyways.
Okay, and again, this is all telepathic right now, right?
Oh, I've been saying it out loud.
No, shh.
No, I'm just kidding. I know how the telepathy works.
I do like the idea that Roland just says it in telepathy and also out loud just because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I
I
think
just do it both. I think it first, to think about what I'm gonna say, and then I say it.
I think trying to communicate is a great idea. I do not wish to fight this creature, but I think we also should have a backup plan to at least subdue it. Does anyone, and I look right at Kosjurkis, have a spell, perhaps to make it go sleep or just go away?
Nope. I can blow it up.
Okay.
I didn't prepare my charm creature
I
today.
can turn it into a rat, and then we can put it into somewhere else.
Turn
Okay.
it into a flea, and then we'll put that flea in a box, and then we'll put that box in another box.
No, but wait. You said you could change it into a mouse?
Or something.
How can you do this?
Magic.
Right. How long?
That's usually
Forever?
the answer.
You
1 hour.
Okay, so how about this? We try talk. If talk does not go good, you try change to maybe not mouse. Mouse can be very tricky.
Lion.
Turtle. Maybe turtle? Do you know what the turtle is, Kosjurkis?
Very delicious.
Well, okay, but let's just go with the lines of like something slow, does not move quick, cannot hurt us, right? And then we have hour to search around and do what we must, and then we leave before,
Okay, because if I do this, it's gonna be really mad.
So again, we try talk first, and then if nothing else works, I guess we fight. I guess I stay back here. Good luck.
Okay. I'll try first.
Go with him.
I'll
Go with him.
slowly approach.
Don't
I
do
think
anything
Dronga-
Ophelia wouldn't do.
I think
Yeah.
Dronga would be like right up there. By the way.
Oh, yeah, she'd be like probably right beside me. I'll probably get about there.
okay,
Be like, hi. Any response?
the creature looks at you almost boredly. It's seems to be rather mangy and bedraggled. It squats in the space where the three corridors that you see behind it to the left and right. And now that you're that close, you notice that there is a wall of force directly across in front of it from left to right, essentially sealing you on this side. And so when you approach, but there's a wall of force. The
Okay.
creature takes a look at you and says, "You may pass if you answer thus.
Wow.
Round she is, yet flat as a board. Altar of the Lupine Lords. Jewel on black velvet, pearl in the sea, unchanged by airy changing eternally. The creature seems to not be super happy with its predicament. And it's,
Kosjurkis waves both his hands up above his head from the background.
Roland points back to him. Yes,
It's the
Kosjurkis.
moon.
I was just thinking the same thing. The moon.
the
Okay.
creature gives a wave of its hand, and the wall of force goes down, and almost non-caringly as you answer, she says, "You may pass," and begins casting a spell. And a couple seconds later, she goes out of sight, either teleported or invisible. And as she does, she says, "Good luck with what you find."
Hmm.
Oh, she wasn't entirely unpleasant. That was a surprise.
So right here, you notice as the wall of force goes down, a flood of water washes over your boots. The air in here is warm, it's humid and foul now that the wall of force is down, and there is a foot of water after the water finishes sloshing around. You are now standing in a foot of water. Floating on the water are splotches of green and white algae. It's pretty dank in here.
Taking a minute to, not even a minute, 10 seconds to stop and listen. Do we hear anything? And that's, I guess, my passive perception is actually an 18.
Not as of yet, you do not.
Kosjurkis will scurry up Roland's shoulders and onto his back because this water is, he's only 2 feet 1 inches tall, so he's in danger here. Do you know how you
no
have a wet
problem.
lizard on your head?
Nothing new.
What could he mean
Someone,
by this?
let's see. I'll just keep Dronga up with you guys as best I can.
I was kind of tempted to just yell down the hall like, "Hey, Dronga, you gonna join us?"
Okay.
Right, so which way are we going?
Doesn't does it matter? I don't think it matters. 3 objects, 3 paths.
Oh, that makes sense.
But we should still be quiet, and we should still also be wary of traps and the such.
I guess we're sticking together as opposed to dividing and conquering here.
Yes, we stick together. Yes.
Never split the party. So
Last time we split the party, you guys almost left me. So let's not do that again. The last time we intentionally split the party, that is.
I was just about to open my mouth when you mentioned, okay, point, intentionally. So,
Which way first, then?
Well, first way is this way, and I disappear in the shadows.
Splash, splash, splash.
Yeah. I know where you are.
No, you don't. I'll say telepathically to them, okay, you need to try and at least try and be stealthy, you know. It's
Oh,
this is like the 3rd dungeon we've been in. Like
is it? I guess.
Okay, I'll hold my breath.
No,
Hey.
don't do that.
Alright. Little boy,
Holy shit.
Oh, that was the wrong roll.
But we'll take it.
Nope, because it's a +0.
Super good though. And then again, telepathically, I'll say again, keep an eye out for traps. that a passive perception score, Tony, or is that like active perception rolls?
You can do either one. If your active perception can't go lower than your passive.
Okay, so
14 for me on that one, thankfully.
Okay. Had to wait and see which direction you were going. So as you move along that corridor, you notice that there is a. 1 second, me. There we go. I had the wrong character. So you notice off to your right, there's a small circular chamber, and it's got a large pool of water there.
and with my perception check there, do I see anything in the water?
No, the water is very murky, and you do not see anything inside.
Does it look deep or like
It looks, deep-ish.
like could I dive in and swim down there, or not that
You
I want
could
to?
if you wanted to.
Oh, like it's like at least like 6 feet deep, or
You'd wager it's probably at least 6-10 feet deep.
Would you like me to put my stick down there
oh, how? Yes, try. Yes, see
to
see what
see
there is
how
to
deep
find.
it is? Okay.
Good idea.
I'll stick my quarterstaff in. It's probably about like 6 to 7 feet long.
It's deeper than that.
It's pretty deep.
But okay, it's probably something in there. Maybe not. Okay. I really do not like getting wet. If I can avoid it. But I guess this is my job, right?
Say you and me both, brother. I'll go if you
I
want
can-
me to.
I can turn into something that swims and I can go
Wait,
like like an octopus. I can turn into an octopus.
oh, that's just perfect.
Someone else is gonna have to carry me.
That I'm gonna be an octopus for the next 3
Let's say-
hours, just so you know.
Let's
Wait,
say I'll
why
carry you.
3 hours? Wait, hold on. Why 3 hours?
It's just the max I can do it. Seems like a waste if I drop it immediately. Plus, there's water. Might be more water ahead.
Okay. Okay, do what you think is best.
Yeah, underwater
I
caverns.
can always change back. All right, I'll change into an octopus.
And right when he changes into the octopus, I'm gonna like telepathically message him again. Can you still hear me?
Yep,
I can hear
I
you.
can still hear you.
I meant like the octopus, but yeah, okay.
I do not have my transforming button anymore.
Ah, that's not good.
When he responds to me, does he respond in a language I understand? I would assume so, right? Like as an octopus,
It's
you
still my
still-
intelligence and everything, so I would assume so.
Okay,
If you can't
cool.
speak, you can't speak necessarily.
No, because I don't have a mouth that speaks, but
Correct.
But
But he
my
can
mind-
understand you.
yeah, my mind's still the same.
I
Okay,
must have missed a click. We'll survive without it this time. You are an octopus. I will send you this sheet. It is 10 feet deep, and at the bottom you find a
Do this.
solid wall.
Kosjurkis
Are you
has
giant or regular?
Giant. Because it's an octopus, I can squeeze into anything.
Fair enough. There's your octopus temporarily for general purposes.
Sweet. I can hold my breath out of water for 1 hour.
I was saying,
I'm sure that will not be a problem.
No. Well, what? There's like a foot of water. I just breathe. Mouth is at the bottom. So there's a wall down here. It's just kind of ends.
Yeah, I mean it's just a 10-foot deep pit.
No. Yeah, I'll just think back to smoke. There's nothing down here. I'll feel around with my tentacles.
Yes,
To
yes.
see if I see any
yes.
edges or anything.
You feel around and you don't find any edges that you are aware of.
Try rolling investigation.
Well, I was waiting for him to tell me to roll the investigation, but
You may roll
Oh.
investigation.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
I know.
There is nothing that you can detect.
See, I believe him when he just tells me. If I tell him what I'm doing, then he tells me to roll. God, Malachie. Yep, nothing down here. So I'll come back up and I'll just kind of like flatten out so I can breathe, stay underwater as much as I can. I'll move up. Do I need to roll a new stealth check
You can.
since I'm an octopus now?
I mean,
Because
I would
I got
decide.
+5, so it's worse than my first one.
All right.
By the way, I've offered Kosjurkis a ride on my back. Since...
Oh yeah, he already has leapt. He would have leapt onto your into your arms when it was clear that Rolen was transforming.
I mean, who wouldn't?
And Spear, I just imagine Spear just holding him like a small child or a baby or something like that.
Yeah, he only weighs like 25 pounds.
So as you move through this area, you see what appears to be a water-covered room with steps rising out of the far side of the muck.
Oh, okay. Is this like the darker area? Is that like a deeper water?
Correct. Most of the area, the pool is, deeper than your stick. The shallow space runs around the perimeter. It's about 1 foot deep there. You can see the actual ground.
Okay. Yeah, Roland will just kind of go in the water and start swimming around, see if he can see anything. Oh, never mind.
That's bad news. That's bad news.
Probably fine.
All right. Roll initiative.
Oh, but
Oh, I should have just done a regular one. Regular initiative. There we go. There we go.
All right. Let's get Dronga rolled, and I'll move her up. So, who wants to play Dronga? Who wants to volunteer for that? Or we can postpone. I don't want to force anybody to take her.
I can play her.
Okay. I am okay with that. I don't believe she would have a problem. Clear owner. It's all you.
Only if you do the accent.
That's all she's gonna say. Oh. Shoot,
Rage.
I little dragon. I'd like to rage.
I would like to rage. No, that's not it. Fuck.
Jesus.
Better than I would have done it.
I'm a method actor, Taber. All right.
All right. So, as everybody has rolled their initiative, let me go ahead and you'll be fine there. So, as everyone has rolled their initiative, the surprise round, round 1, these creatures are aware of you. You are unaware of them. The first creature, which is a Kelpie, if you why do you hate Kelpies?
I'm just afraid of nautical horses.
That makes sense.
I mean, yeah. So Kelpies are essentially seaweed-shaped horses. I will send a picture in Discord of what they look like. They're fey, but they're not what you would call pleasant fey.
They're the dark fey. Yeah.
Correct. I sent one in Discord for you to take a look at. So the first thing it does is, let me scroll up. What was your stealth check there, Rolen? I'm sorry.
14 as an octopus.
And Agile Smoke, yours?
21.
Okay. So the first thing they're going to do is target Dronga.
Oh.
And she succeeds, and then the creature moves back underwater as quickly as it can. Now, Dronga can rage and take her turn.
My question is, does Dronga even know it's in there?
She does not, other than she does now that it tried to charm her, popped out of the water, so she can rage and take her turn.
Nah, I can't do it. Nah. Dronga's gonna move up to, let's say, right to the edge here. Give or take. Yeah. Well, no, I guess because she's not gonna rage. So sorry, she's not even gonna move. Boom. She's not gonna rage. She's gonna chill.
Got it.
Yep.
All right. The next Kelpie attempts to charm Dronga as well.
Oh shit.
It uses its ability and it casts that on her. So the charm target is incapacitated, and instead it walks into the water. Essentially, because for her turn, she needs to move until she's within 5 feet of the Kelpie that charmed her. And by the most direct route, trying to get within 5 feet, it doesn't try to avoid attacks of opportunity. And it will make its way over there. The creature will, when she gets in the water, she is going to, instead of trying to hold her breath, she will attempt to breathe normally and immediately runs out of water or out of air and becomes suffocating without the checks.
That sucks.
That's probably fine.
This one attempts to charm the kind. Well, let's go ahead and let me jump back up here and apply it on the right one. There we go. And the Kelpie, letting out a horse-like neigh, it charms the Indomitable Spirit of Indomitable Spirit. And
not very indomitable, I see. Rough.
Do I have any indicator on who?
Wait. Okay, never mind. Keep going.
Do I have any indicator on if they can hit you with like a who hit who there? Like, did the Kelpies come out of the water and like wave their?
Yes, they popped out of the water, let out a semi-horse-like shriek, and then disappeared back under the water.
Okay, so can I tell which one? Because first of all, I guess, can I tell if Dronga has been charmed? Like, just like,
no.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right. Oh. And I honestly can't remember which one hit what, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make an attack on that one.
Now, this will be at disadvantage, and they will, because they're underwater, and they will get cover, which will be under the modifiers, or you can just click the -2 at the bottom.
Okay, I'll click the -2, but I want to check real quick because I'm using my good old psychic blades. No, okay. Yeah, all right then. So be it. So, being from stealth, was I technically at advantage to begin with?
You will be. They are unaware of your presence.
Right, but then it's a disadvantage because of the being underwater.
Correct.
Okay.
It'll balance out. You
Yep.
can just roll normal.
Then I shall. Actually, real quick before I do that, I am going to cast a bonus action spell, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and cast a Hunter's Mark on that one. Hunter's Mark, come on, where are you? There we go. And it's the second one. Yep, there we go. So cast Hunter's Mark on it, boom. And then I'm going to throw my dagger at it. Okay. And then already apply. And I do not get sneak attack on that. Or no, do I get sneak attack on that?
They're not aware of you, so yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still have advantage, even though you.
I must have fat thumbed that.
I got it.
But it's actually fine. No. There should be. Wait, no, what?
Are you doing okay?
I must have fat thumbed something there. I hit the F2 button and it pooped everything out. Do you want me to re-roll that straight? Like the damage?
Is something wrong? What do you mean?
So it shouldn't be a 2d6 plus 4 anyways. It should be plus 5, and then an additional 2d6.
So the 9 and 9 works, and how would that need to be adjusted? It's 4d6, a total of.
Yeah. So 4d6 and then a total of 5 instead of 8.
Okay, so what would the new total be?
I guess that would be doing quick math in my head. 5, 10, 15.
Fixed.
Okie dokie. And then I'm going to go ahead and get it again, because that's what I can do with my first round attack. So I'm going to at least try and get it again.
You can.
Okay,
You don't get the sneak attack this time, but.
No, but I do get my. So I want to make sure I'm hitting the right buttons this time. No, there we go. But I do get the Dread Ambush ability on it this time. And I dare say. So yeah, well, I don't know why I got sneak attack on that. It shouldn't be 3d6. That should be a d6 plus a d8 plus 5. So take off 4 damage, I guess. No, take off 7 damage. Yeah, and I don't know why that's happening.
I'll take a look. So that's
maybe I'm just really strong.
Possible.
3 months in the wilds just fucking got you jacked.
It could just be all that's happening.
Just been out
you got on you.
there punching trees.
That works.
So yeah, it would be absolutely would be
I got his damage set up.
Yep. Okay. And then that would be my turn. At that point.
Okay, so I know that they said that Indomitable's spirit was not indomitable, but that turns out, yes, guess what? It is! Stillness of mind, baby!
I have no
use my
idea what
action.
he just yelled.
Stillness of mind.
Stillness of mind.
I use my
Baby.
action.
Don't forget the baby.
Yep, I use my action to end the charm and not go anywhere.
Okay. I will end the charm.
And somehow we're all unconscious.
I'm working on that one as we speak.
I just noticed that.
Unfortunately, there's not a whole heck of a lot I can do since, terrestrial.
Just used your action.
Yeah, terrestrial. Well, not only that, I mean, even if I still had my free action, I mean, like, I'm a terrestrial martial class facing underwater enemies, so.
What, you can't walk on water?
Options are kind of limited here, yeah. I mean, I may be a monk, but I'm no Jesus, so.
Try harder.
Oh, and I guess maybe I should point out some of us have poison and magic resistances, which we probably would no longer have. That's some stuff that we ate, right?
Yeah. No more resist poison.
Yeah, we have all of our old things from the.
I'll take all the resist magic off. Roland, you keep your resist poison, correct?
Keep my resist fire.
I meant fire. Yeah.
Yep.
What I was going for.
Same.
And what about magic resistance? Agile Smoke, you lose that, correct?
Yeah.
All right, let's get all this stuff off you.
I'm just happy I made a note to myself that said original intelligence was 16. Figured in those 3 months at some point the
Probably.
the blood, whatever it was that I drank that made me smarter, wore off.
The intellect devourer's blood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Rolen with his long tentacle arms will attack this closest Kelpie. With one tentacle. 2d6 bludgeoning damage. And he is now grappled.
Grappled.
Grappled. Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained. Oh, and he's restrained. Cool. And the octopus can't use his tentacles for another target. Okay. And that'll be it for me.
I can see them, right?
They have cover, depending on, but for your spells, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Just want to make sure.
can I lift the Kelpie up to the surface?
You can move and drag it with you, yes.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll drag him up closer to the surface so he's not as deep, at least.
Shoot this one with a firebolt. An ally. Oh, dang it.
Do you
Wait.
need me to move you closer or anything?
No, I ask, is Octopus rolling within 5 feet? I guess he's grappled with it.
Yeah, I am. I'm
Pack
technically a
tactics.
10-foot big beast, so.
Pack tactics, baby. No disadvantage. Oh, I forgot to give myself advantage, but I still hit anyway, so it's okay.
No, you've had advantage.
Oh. Well, there you go. Firebolt. Wah. Alright. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do. Go back.
Alright, so this Kelpie comes out of its hiding and not liking its friend being harassed. It swims over with its hooves and bats out at you, Rolen, attempting to whack you with its hooves. Missing on the first one, swinging that other hoof out and missing again in disappointing fashion.
Too squishy.
You know?
Being one of the limited times I've ever played a barbarian,
Mm-hmm.
I understand that she has the ability known as mindless rage.
Correct.
Can she rage at this moment?
At the moment,
It says if you are charmed or frightened when you enter the range, enter your rage, the effect is suspended for the duration of the rage.
yes, she can.
So theoretically, she can rage, and then when the rage ends, she'll still try and drown herself. But that will be
That's a tomorrow problem.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's to character too. That like she's, and don't worry, she's still going in the water. So she's gonna go ahead and rage, as one does. Does she have a little button for rages? She does. Okay. And then how does the leaping function work, Tony?
Elaborate.
I wanted to do like cannonball.
You can standing jump the distance of your strength score.
What if she takes like a leaping jump? Like takes like 10 steps
Running
back.
jump?
And, yeah.
You can do a. Let me pull that up.
Like, is she just run and like jump at the one that's beside Rolen? Just like come down with a, I don't know, great
Yeah, I'm
axe,
pretty
right?
sure. I just want to pull it up. So there are specific rules for jumping. So long jump, when you make a standing jump, etc. Number of feet up to your strength score if you move 10 feet before the jump, and the standing jump is half that. So she can jump 19, we'll say 20 feet.
Okay, so she's gonna go 5 back, and then just to get that running in, right? So 5 back. That says 20 in total is there, and then she's gonna leap, and that would be she could get there, right?
Yep.
Close the distance there, and as she was like crashing down into the water, raging out like Dronga only would. Well, I don't know, probably yell something along the lines of like "Die, horsey!" And then she's gonna recklessly attack as one does with. Does it have cover right now? Technically,
Does it have what now?
cover -2.
Yes, it still will. Her weapon, she's essentially fighting underwater. So
Right.
attacking underwater is disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
With her great axe.
So no cover, but disadvantage.
Right.
Got
Unless
it.
you're reckless.
Which I have. So she
Oh,
straight
okay.
roll.
Oh.
Did I just roll damage? I did. Let's see if it hits first, huh? I don't know why that was advantage.
She is raged. I know that. Maybe you did the reckless? Yeah, you did the reckless.
Okay, sorry. I thought it was going to automatically do this. So let's try one more time, shall we? I must be tired. Oh, man. Please take off 17 damage, though she's going to attack again.
Oh, she got 3 more attacks, doesn't she? Or 2 more attacks. Or 2 attacks.
2 attacks total, yeah. So let's get another one in there.
Oh.
This is fine.
This is fine.
It looks so cool until...
Till it missed.
Yeah.
But on the upside, he gets advantage too. And believe it or not, the Kelpie kicks her with its spiked hoof, and as it kicks her, it wraps its tendrils of seaweed around her, and she is grappled.
Ouch. Should that be halved, by the way, that damage, or no?
It should be. If did you apply the rage?
Yeah, didn't I? No.
No, I don't think it's applied.
I clicked the Hooji What's It. Oh, but I didn't click the Hooji What's It.
The Hooji What's It? I'd reduce the damage to 5 instead of 10.
It's been clicked down. I see she's got 2 buttons to click. I see.
She
Okay.
does.
Barbarians are complicated.
More than you'd think.
All right. Is there anything else? Looks
Just disappointment. That's all.
Disappointment it is. This particular Kelpie turns towards the kind archer related critter over yonder and begins its neighing screech sound, attempting to charm you, Agile Smoke.
Not
to
today.
which it fails. The Kelpie on the other side of Rolen, as it sits there, it moves slightly, wrestling around trying to move, and it cannot. It's going to try to break its grapple as it tried to move and realizes it is simultaneously grappled and restrained. So it is going to try to break the grapple. Let me go ahead and get its character sheet up.
EC 16.
Ooh, bad.
Nice. It comes away with a 6, which is similar to a 16, but not quite. All right, Agile Smoke.
I'm gonna go ahead and so if I'm under the water with it, I'll have disadvantage, but the cover thing will be gone.
Right.
Yeah, but that just seems like a bad idea. So I'm just gonna throw.
But then you have advantage, right? Because it's restrained, so it's just canceled.
Oh.
Right? Is that how that works?
Restrain doesn't give advantage.
Oh.
Okay,
Certain weapons
fine. I'll get in the water.
Certain weapons don't impose disadvantage underwater, by the way.
Correct.
But it's so niche that nobody knows what they are.
So I'll go ahead and jump and dive into the water and get there. And then I'm going to try and stab it in its back. I assume it has a back with a Psychic Blade. Straight roll, right? Call it straight roll.
Yes, sir.
Not sure why that was advantage.
It's automatic for any.
That was a 24 or a 27.
Either way, it hits.
Yeah, okay. And then there's going to be psychic damage on that, I tell you right now, boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, don't you know.
Oh boy.
And I think I'll just try and stab it again.
Why wouldn't you?
Instead back. As one does. With my bonus action. Kind of like spinning the blade around and going for another stab. Speed. This one's a little less damage. Kind of catching it with like not as clean of a slap, but still.
Nice.
Nice.
Damn it! I should have taken Blight.
Oh,
I
interesting.
got blight.
That's what I remember.
I was thinking, man, Blight sounds cool, but very unlikely. And then here we go, fighting plant horses. Sorry, man.
Yeah, not a problem.
True.
So I'm going to assume that I was given a full complement of crossbow bolts before we left, or at least optimally loaded out, with weapons. Alternatively, I'm just going to assume that the gear that we had was left in its initial condition when we got it back.
Safe assumption.
I'll just mark those back off then. So seeing as how my options are relatively limited, I'm just gonna see about firing a crossbow at this one Kelpie that got Dronga wrapped up in. I'm assuming that's gonna be a disadvantage.
That's got Dronga wrapped up?
Yes.
It's going to be a disadvantage.
Alright, well, hoping here goes. Rough. And I'm going to take my second attack. I'm going to try to do the second crossbow attack. Oh, that was meant to be a disadvantage. I'm just going to roll that again. Misses anyway, so that really much does it for me.
Heads up, I don't believe you can do 2 crossbow attacks in 1 round.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll just go ahead and
Yeah, I mean,
mark
essentially,
off those.
just in case you were using special arrows.
No, just regular old crossbow bolts.
So yeah, the loading means firing is 1 action because you have to load it and then fire, or fire then load.
Okay, so I didn't know you could. I didn't know you couldn't use 2 crossbow attacks in 1 round. All right, well,
crossbow expert for that.
That there is a feat for that. Yes.
I did not know that. Okay, well, TIL. Yeah, so I just make the 1 move. I miss. That does it for me. I can't really do much of anything.
You drop Kosjurkis and get in there, he wouldn't be too upset.
I mean, yeah, but
it would be upset though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a cat person going into water. I kind of don't want to do that.
Fair enough.
Get him, Rolen. Get him.
Sorry.
I mean, you 3 look like you're having enough fun in the water anyway. I mean, I'm just gonna stay out here and just play lifeguard.
Keep Kosjurkis from drowning.
Pretty much,
yes. Yeah. So I'll drop that first Kelpie, since it's dead, let it float to the surface. And try to grapple this other one that's right beside me. Oh!
Nat 20,
yes.
baby.
A super grapple.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Partially resisted. Bludgeoning damage, cool. But now it's grappled and restrained.
That's the same one that has Dronga grappled.
It's double grappled.
Boom.
Oh,
That's it for me.
I guess I gotta. Yeah, I gotta grapple somebody now. But I guess I gotta grapple Rolen, eh? Is that how? Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
And
just one long chain of just group hug after group hug. Or
so then, if one person moves, does that move everyone else in the chain?
They would be unable to move.
Yep, because they're restrained.
Right. Well, let's try. Acid Splash seems like it could be fun. Oh. Yes! Okay.
Nice.
Nice and simple, just using cantrips today. Remember to pace yourselves!
So the Kelpie, having grappled Dronga and being grappled by the octopus, given a choice, turns and attacks Rolen with its hooves.
That 13 would actually hit the octopus.
Gotcha. And as presumably the 16 as well.
Yep.
What's its hit points?
52.
Alright. So let's do this for general purpose. I'll just roll the damage twice and I will keep, or you can keep track. That's 21 damage.
Yep.
To octopi number 1.
Oh, Dronga. She's probably. Well, she can't move, can she? Unless she breaks the grapple, right?
Yep.
She'll just reckless it. She'll just be reckless about it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what she's gonna do? Wait, does it cost an action to
It does.
draw
to try
a
to
weapon?
break a grapple.
No,
to draw a weapon is a free action.
She's gonna go ahead and draw the. Does it have a name? I don't think it has a name, but the Plant Slayer longsword.
Okay, what about her great axe?
She gonna drop it for a sec.
Okay, she drops her magical great axe in the water.
God,
I'll find it later.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, and she's gonna go ahead and whack-a-mole some whack-a-mole, try and whack-a-mole this guy. So she's at reckless, but it's disadvantage. Is it disadvantage as a longsword slashing underwater? Probably, right?
All weapons are disadvantage except for dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident.
Cool. Okay.
Just the ones that make sense.
Unless you have a swim speed.
Now, am I correct in that I should be adding an additional 2d6 for plant slaying damage? Are these guys plants?
No, they're fey.
They are plants.
But they are plants.
You can be both.
Ah.
No, they can't.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just do this. Does this work? No, I put it on me. Shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. So she hits him for this first. Wow.
All right.
1 plus 8 or 7, and then she also would land an additional. Come on. That much damage in plant slaying damage.
All right. And I have added it.
Okay, and then she can attack again, as
Well,
one
of
does.
course.
Using this cool like barbed blade as it is. Aw.
Only cool up until she misses.
But she got a good chunk out of it. Like kind of like almost like she was like cutting at it, like a steak knife, Yeah, that's a turn.
All right.
For some reason, I could just imagine just Dronga yelling out, "Your ass is the grass and I'm the lawnmower." I can't do that accent.
That's pretty good.
Oh wow, that was.
I can't roll my R's at all, so like that's way better
That was,
than me.
yeah, that was stellar.
This Kelpie moves up behind Agile Smoke, swinging its hooves, getting a fairly solid connection, and provoking a attack or a concentration roll, failing, and then wrapping you in those clinging seaweeds.
Don't like that.
But this is when we are going to call the game.
Very well.
Oh
I
no,
would-
something
enough.
big is coming.
There's always a bigger fish.
Always a bigger fish. We'll probably have a new map, but it will be the same scale. So,
Okay.
I don't like
Okay.
this map.
Fair enough.
But that will be the game this week, and anyone who wants to do a character rework, I will be up for another 2 hours. If anybody wants to think it over, reach out to me in the next 2 weeks. Let me know. If you don't, I'm cool with that. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows they have the opportunity.
I'm good.
Yep.
Thank you,
I
though.
think I'm good.
And with that, have a great week.
You guys
You
all
too.
have a week.
And
Take
you.
it easy, guys.
Night.
Indeed. Later, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.